I was really having this conversation with another astrologer a few days ago on Twitter, and I think he was right because basically he was talking about the Taurus and the Capricorns, and I really thought about that. That's true. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. If today is the first time you're seeing my face, click the subscribe button. And this is Mira Astrologist. We talk about zodiacs and astrology here. Today I want to be talking about things I don't like about Hey, if you watch this video to this extent, I know you must be so surprised, but I'm so sorry. This is one of the things that happens when you're having online lectures. You just don't know when you record for a course. Anyways, back to what I was saying about the 12 signs, what I don't like about the signs. I was having this discussion with a Leo astrologer on YouTube, not really YouTube, Twitter, and we had this discussion, and I asked him, what sign do you think is so intelligent? What sign do you think is absolutely so intelligent? And he said the Aries, but I think that's not true because really argued about that, and I gave a lot of points and we came to a mutual understanding. For me, I think the most intelligent signs are the Taurus. And when I'm talking about the Taurus, I'm not talking about the ability to talk, I'm not talking about the ability to listen, I'm not talking about the ability to read or to speak. I classify my intelligence on another level. What I call intelligence might not be what you see as intelligence, because I think that intelligence is from the mind. It's not literally the head. It's from the mind, the ability for your mind to propel a lot of ideas, creativity, so for me, I think it's the Taurus, because these Taurus people, apart from the fact that they can be able to speak well, they're able to express themselves, these people have this artistic, creative nature, and they've got this charisma of how they carry themselves. They just embody intelligence. And so like me, that I'm a sapiosexual. Yeah, I think that's the word. I just love people that are so intelligent. I literally don't have to listen to you talk or know you. Just once I see an intelligent person, I just like the person at an instant. So for me, I think Taurus are the most intelligent signs, because I have seen an Aries that is so dumb, but till now I have never come across a Taurus that is so dumb. I'm yet to see a Taurus that is dumb, literally. But then what I don't like about the Taurus feel they're always right, and they always want to justify their actions. Yeah, a Taurus find it so difficult to see the fact that they are wrong. They just like to, when they know they're wrong, I'm sure they don't know they're wrong, but then they like to justify their actions, to tell you reasons why they are not wrong. And sometimes that attitude can be so draining for me. That's one of the things I don't like about the Taurus. I think the major reason why I don't like the Taurus. Now, The second sign are the Aries. I love Aries. Aries are my favorite sign. But then what I don't like about the Aries is the fact that Aries can be selfish at times. And you know they are being ruled by Mars, which is the sign that also rules Scorpio. And I see some attributes of Aries in Scorpio as well. No, if not for the fact that Scorpios are water signs and they can be extreme, you know, but then they've got almost the same attribute with an Aries. Aries can be so jealous, Aries can be so secretive, and Aries can be so possessive. These are the things I personally don't like about the Aries. I love everything about Aries, but you see the fact that they can be jealous, secretive, and then they can be so possessive. These are the things I don't like about the Aries. Okay, now Geminis. What are the things I don't like about the Geminis? I am a Gemini and I love Geminis, and I have a lot of Gemini friends. But the thing is, I just don't like to vibe with Geminis because Geminis find it so difficult to pay attention because they're always talking. A Gemini doesn't listen. They just want to be talking. They just want to be talking. If you're able to captivate a Gemini for a moment, I think that's gonna be a great memory for you, because those ones are the kind of people that they literally just want to be talking and then you have to listen. And another thing is Geminis can be gossips. Geminis can be two-faced. Most people call them two-faced, but for me, I think that's actually gathering of information. I don't call it gossip, I call it gathering of information, because a Gemini just want to be, they just like information. They just want to know things. They just want to, they are so curious, they're so inquisitive. So they just love seeing or listening to or hearing to new things. Okay, if you want to captivate, if you want to have a Gemini at the tip of your hands, I want you to always tell them things they've not heard about. Though I know that's difficult because Geminis are brilliant, they're so intelligent that there's typically nothing that they are not aware of, or that they have no glimpse of, or they have no idea of. But if you can be able to teach a Gemini something that they've not learned before, something they've not heard before, something they've not done before, I think a Gemini will be so happy to stick with you. Apart from that, they can be so boring and you don't have to do things over and again. Geminis don't like routine. Okay, these are the things I don't like about that. Now, Cancers. Things I don't like about the Cancers is the fact that Cancers can be so emotional and they are good at pretense. A Cancer is so good at pretense. They can actually pretend, you know, and they can be so insecure, and that insecurity can make them jealous. And another thing is, I've actually stayed with Cancer, so literally I can tell when a Cancer is being insecure, and at that moment the best thing you have to do is to always tell them things that they want to hear. Yeah, tell them things that they actually want to hear, that you know they want to hear. So if you can give them that validation they seek, okay, I think they can be able to calm down. Now the Leos, I've talked about the Aries, the Taurus, the Geminis, the Cancers. Okay, now the Leos. I love Leos, you know, I love Leos, but I think one thing, Leos got ego problem. They've got so much ego. They think they're so much right. They think they're doing the perfect thing and you're not doing it. They think they're the ones doing the best thing and you're not doing it. And that thing, for a fact, get me so pissed. Yes, that's one thing about the Leos I don't like. They're so proud. They've got ego in them. They feel they're always right, that you can't intimidate them. They've got that so much confidence, but then I don't care, you know. So I think if they can be able to tone down on that, literally I think if the Leos can actually tone down on their ego problem, ego issues, then we can be at peace. But for the fact that you portray that stuff, I'm always gonna be stepping on your toes and stepping on your egos, trust me. Okay, what about the Virgos? I'm not always in good terms with the Virgos. Do you know why? Because Virgos are the kind of people that also believe in astrology, just like the Capricorns. They just want facts. They just want you to give them 1,001 reasons why they have to believe whatever you're talking. I remember when I was in school and we are having a debate. I'm always winning debates when I was in school because I know how to talk. I just know how to argue a lot. So I have this Virgo opposition, yeah, a Virgo that is always opposing whatever I say. When I was in school, I was literally good in debate because I love to argue a lot. I am always winning debate because I can literally talk. I love to argue. I love to convince people. So I have this girl. She's a Virgo. She's always opposing whatever I say, and nothing pisses me off more than when someone is always trying to oppose whatever I'm saying or trying to see things in a different way. I'm not gonna shove it down your throat. I'm not gonna push anything down your throat, but then you've got to listen. I think that's where you gotta listen. So literally, this girl, she's always opposing to whatever I say. I literally couldn't hold it. I had to fight her a day. So most of the fights I've ever had are with Virgos because those guys are always on my neck and I don't like that. So Virgos learn to cut down an argument, and I think a lot of Virgos are so traditional. They're so religious, you know what I'm trying to say. They are not the kind of people to, they are too attached to a certain religion, to a certain I don't know how I'm gonna say this, but they feel like they hold on to things so well that it's gonna be so difficult for them to let go of it unless they've been given a lot of reasons to. And they're the kind of people, like I said, they're so traditional that they don't like to see things differently from the way they saw it. For instance, if you tell a Virgo that this is a black phone and this black phone shouldn't be used at night, a Virgo will literally believe that this black phone should not be used at night. And if someone should come here and tell them that no, that is a lie, this phone should be used all day, a Virgo will say no, I was told that this phone should not be used at night, so you have to give me reasons why I should use this phone all night. So I think Virgos are like that. They like to hold on to ethics. They like to hold on to religion. They like to hold on to a fact without letting go. And that's right, but not on my part, because I'm a kind of person that I love changes. I love changes. I don't like to hold on to things for a while. I love changes. I love changes. And that's that. Then what about the Libras? Libras, one thing about the Libras is I don't really have a lot of Libras as friends because they are air signs, and Libras really like to be seen in a certain way, and they are the kind of people, like, they like to feel themselves. They like to feel, you know what I mean, feeling of themselves. They feel like, oh my god, they're so pretty, they're so cute, they deserve good, they deserve. In fact, they love how people say them. I think that's one thing I should be talking about the Libras. They love how people say them, and I think it's perfectly fine. They're the only sign that really care about what people say of them, what people think about them, and they like to show themselves. They like to show off themselves, and it's perfectly fine. And they're the kind of people, what I don't like about them is they always feel like no one can beat them, and even though they can appear mean and they can appear crazy, but deep down they're so soft. They just want to be loved and taken care of. That is that for the Libras. And then the Scorpios, I don't know what to say about the Scorpios, because I literally don't have a Scorpio friend. I don't like Scorpios, not really but I don't have a Scorpio friend, and I think that's because they've got this repelling energy from mine. Like, Virgo have this kind of vibes that is so different from me, and literally all my days in school, everywhere, I don't have a Scorpio friend. I don't know why. I think they don't match up to my energy, and if I'm to be with a Virgo, we're definitely gonna be fighting all day long. You know, and they're water signs. I don't really like water signs. They're so emotional, and you just have to be careful not to hurt their emotions, or do things that they don't like. So Scorpios are so possessive, and they can be stalkers. They can stalk the hell out of you. If you're having an issue with a Scorpio can literally do mean things to you. They're so mean when they're upset, and I'm really scared of that. Apart from that, Scorpios are really nice people. They are loyal friends, and they're kind of people that if you're having issues with them, they will never snitch on you. That's one thing I love about the Scorpios, period. And now the Sagittarius, I love fire sign Sagittarius, but one thing about the Sagittarius is that I don't like about the Sagittarius. They literally can do something, and then they are aware that the ones that did that shit or that stuff, and when you try to confront them, they're trying to sneak out of it. They'll try to tell you that they're not the one that did that, or they're trying to come up with excuses to tell you why they did it. They just don't like to own up to shit or own up to things that they do. Come on, say I did it. They literally try to wiggle out of it. That's one thing I don't like about the Sagittarius. But then I love Sagittarius. My mom is a Sag, and I don't joke with that. Okay, what about the Capricorn? Capricorns are so bossy, and they feel they're so bright. In fact, they like to see things in black and white, anything not black and white. And that's one thing Virgo and Capricorns have in common. They love to see things in black and white. They don't like changes. They just want to see things. They're so stagnant. They're still static. I think that's the word. They don't like movement. They don't like changes. They just want to be there. They just want to see things the way they've always seen it. They just want to see, they just like that kind of thing being passed from generation to generation, and they're so comfortable with it. They don't want to go out of their way to make changes, and I find it so weird. Like, who feels so comfortable doing things they like doing all the time? Capricorns love routine. I don't like that being a bit. Anyways, Aquarius, I literally have few Aquarius friends. And one thing about Aquarius, they can be so weird, and they're so serious. Aquarius like to keep up a serious face. I don't even know why, and they're always talking about money. And they're so weird. And one thing is, I know I'm a crazy Gemini, and Aquarius can be crazy as well and weird. For me, I call Aquarius weirdos because they've got these different outfits, sense of style sense, dressing sense, hairstyles. They look different. I actually think they're not in this world. They're totally out of this world. I don't know where they came from. Anyways, but that's fine. And then Pisces are the kind of people that I can't call them my friends, and I can't call them my enemies, because they're just in between. Our energy doesn't just resonate. We're just different, totally different. And for the father, I've got my Pisces, my rising in Pisces. My rising sign is in Pisces, so I definitely know what it feels like to be a Pisces. So that is why I have few of them as friends, but then we're not really close, because I'm so scared of hurting people's emotions. For the father, I'm always talking. I don't want to talk. I get upset, I try as much as possible to avoid that shit. But then I think Pisces are so caring, and they are so artistic in nature. That's one thing I love them. And they love arts. Pisces love arts, and they also love weird things as well. And they're water signs. I think these are the things I don't like about body signs. Apart from that, I love everyone. People are different, right? No, everyone is not the same, right? I know it for sure. But then people have got this attitude, this character that it's so common of their sign, that is so peculiar, that once you see it in a person, you already know that this is who you are. This is what sign you are. Like, I don't need to ask you your birthday or your date of birth before I can be able to say you're a Cancer or you're a Virgo, because you already have this attitude or these attributes that show that you're sign, you're this sign or that sign. So literally, I think I've come to the end of this zodiac talk, and if you think you like it, just give me a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do well to subscribe, because I would be so happy to have you as part of my family. Anyways, thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you guys for listening to me. One more time, I love you. I see you in my next video. Bye. Cancers, how you are doing? I'm sure you're still rocking your season. I'll still be coming up with the remaining video for the Cancers. I love you guys. Bye.